शिवेन वचसा त्वागिरिशा चावधामसि यथा नः सर्वमिज्जगदयक्ष्मगं सुमना असत अध्यवोचदि भक्ता प्रथमोधेभ्योऽभिषक अहीगश्च सर्वान् जम्बयन्त सर्वा आश्रयातु धान्यः असो यस्ताम्रौ अरुण उत बभ्रुः सुमङ्गलः ये चेमावं रुद्र अभितो ऋक्षोक्षिताः सहस्राक्षो वैशागुं हे दहीमहे असो यो वसर्पति नीलग्रीवो विलोहितः उतैनं गोपा अदृशन्नदृशन्नुदहार्यः उतैनं विश्वाभूतानि सुदृष्टो मृदयातिनः नमो अस्तु नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय मीदुषे अथो ये अस्य सत्त्वानोऽहं तेभ्यो कर्णं मह प्रमुञ्च धन्वनस्तमुभयोरात्नियोर्ज्यां याश्च ते हस्त इषवा पराता भगवो वप अवतत्वा धनुस्त्वागं सहस्राक्षा शुधे शुधे निशेलशल्यानां मुखा शिवो नः सुमना भव विज्जं धनुः कपर्दिनो विशल्यो वानवागुम् उत अनेशन्यस्य ईशवा आभुरस्य निषङ्गतिः याते हेतिर्मिर्धुष्टं हस्ते बभूव ते धनुः तयास्मान् विश्वतस्तमयक्ष्मय परिभुज नमस्ते अस्ध्वायुनाथताय धृष्टवे उभाभ्यामुदिते बाहुभ्यां तव धन्वने परिते धन्वनो हेतिरस्मान् वृणक्तु विश्वतः अतो य इषुधिस्तवारे अस्मन् हि देहितं शम्भवे नमः नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकालग्निकालाय कालग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः नमो हिरण्यबाहवे स्नेनान्ये दिशां च पतये नमो नमो वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यः पशूनां पतये नमो नमः सस्पिञ्जराय तुषीमते पथीनां पतये नमो नमो बब्लुषाय विद्यादिने नानां पतये नमो नमो हरिकेशायोपवीतने पुष्टानां पतये नमो नमो भुवस्य हेत्ये जगतां पतये नमो नमो रुद्राय तथा विने क्षेत्राणां पतये नमो नमः सूताय हन्ताय वनानां पतये नमो नमो रोहिताय सपतये वृक्षाणां पतये नमो नमो मन्त्रणे वाणिजाय कक्षाणां पतये नमो नमो भुवन्तये वादिवस्कृताय औषधीनां पतये नमो नमः उच्चैरघोषाय कृन्दयते पथीनां पतये नमो नमः कृत्सवीताय धावते स्तत्वनां पतये नमः नमः सामनाय निव्याधिने आव्याधिने नानां पतये नमो नमः ककुबाय निषङ्गने स्तेनानां पतये नमो नमो निषङ्गने इषुधीमते तस्कराणां पतये नमो नमो वञ्चते परिवञ्चते स्थायूनां पतये नमो नमो निचेरवे परिचराय रण्यानां पतये नमो नमः सृकाविभ्यो ऋगासद्भयो मुष्टतां पतये नमो 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 असिमद्भयो नक्तं चर्भ्यः प्रकृन्तानां पतये नमो नमः उष्णीशने गिरिचराय कुलुञ्चानां पतये नमो नमः इषुमद्भयो धन्वाभिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः आतन्वानेभ्यः प्रतिदधानेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः आयश्चद्भयो ऋसिजभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः अस्वभ्यो जागृतितृभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः आसीनेभ्यः शयानेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः शुभाभ्यो जागृतितृभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः नमोस्तिष्ठिभ्यो धन्वाभिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः सभाभ्यः सपापतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो अश्वेभ्यो अश्वपतिभ्यश्च वो नमः नमः आव्यादिनीभ्यो विवन्तिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः उगनाभ्यस्त्रिहतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो वृत्सेभ्यो वृत्सपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो व्रातेभ्यो व्रातपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो गणेभ्यो गणपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यश्च वो नमो महद्भ्यः क्षुल्लकेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथेभ्यो रथपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथेभ्यो रथपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः सेनाभ्यः सेनानिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः श्रुतिभ्यः संगृतीतृभ्यश्च वो नमो नमस्तिष्ठिभ्यो व्रतकारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः कुलालेभ्यः कर्मारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः पुञ्जेष्टेभ्यो निषाधेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः इषुकृद्भयो दन्वाकृद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमो मृगुभ्यः श्वनिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः शुभभ्यः शुपतिभ्यश्च वो नमः नमो भवाय च रुद्राय च नमः शर्वाय च पशुपतये च नमो नीलग्रीवाय शितिकण्ठाय च नमो कपर्दने च व्युक्तकेशाय च नमः सहस्राक्षाय शितधन्वने च नमो गिरीशाय शिभिविष्ठाय च नमो मीदिष्टुमाय चेषुमते च नमो ओ हस्वाय च वामनाय च नमो बृह्यते च वर्षीयसे च नमो वृद्ध्याय च संहृन्निने च नमो आग्र्याय च प्रथमाय च नमः आशवे च जिर्याय च नमः शीघ्र्याय च शीव्याय च नमः ऊर्म्याय च वसन्याय च नमः स्रोतस्याय च दीप्याय च नमो ओ ज्येष्ठाय कनिष्ठाय च नमः पूर्वजाय च पर्जाय च नमो मध्यमाय च पकल्भ्याय च नमो जगन्याय च बुन्याय च नमो सोभ्याय च पतिसर्याय च नमः याम्याय च क्षेम्याय च नमः उर्वजाय च कल्याय च नमः श्लोक्याय च वसन्याय च नमः वाण्याय च कक्षाय च नमः श्रवाय च प्रतिश्रवाय च नमः उष्णीषणाय च सूत्याय च नमः सूर्याय च विम्भन्दे च नमः वर्मणे च विरूतने च नमः बेल्बने च नखविचने च नमः श्रुताय च श्रुतिसेनाय च नमो दुन्दुभ्याय च हन्याय च नमो कृष्णवे च प्रमीयशेन च नमो दूताय च प्रहिताय च नमः निषङ्गने इषुधीमते च नमो नमस्तिष्ठिन्विने च नमः वियूतने च नमः सूत्याय च सुध्वने च नमः नमः श्रुत्याय च पत्याय च नमः कात्याय च निप्याय च नमः सूर्याय च सरस्याय च नमो नाद्याय च विष्ण्याय च नमः कुप्याय च वाद्याय च नमः कश्याय च वर्ष्याय च नमो मेध्याय च विद्युत्याय च नमः आग्र्याय च तप्याय च नमो वात्याय च रेश्म्याय च नमो वास्तुयाय च वास्तुपाय च नमः सोमाय रुद्राय च नमस्ताम्राय च रुण्याय च नमः शङ्कराय च पशुपतये च नमः उग्र्याय च भीम्याय च नमो आग्रेवधाय च दूरेवधाय च नमो हन्त्रे च हनीयसे च नमो हरिकेशेभ्यो नमस्ताराय च नमः शम्भवे च मयोभवे च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च नमस्तिष्ठ्याय च कुल्याय च नमः पार्याय च वार्याय च नमः प्रथर्णाय च चोतर्णाय च नमः ॐ निधनपतये नमः निधनपतान्तिकाय नमः ऊर्ध्वाय नमः ऊर्ध्वलिङ्गाय नमः हिरण्याय नमः हिरण्यलिङ्गाय नमः सुवर्णाय नमः सुवर्णलिङ्गाय नमः दिव्याय नमः दिव्यलिङ्गाय नमः भवाय नमः भवलिङ्गाय नमः शर्वाय नमः शर्वलिङ्गाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवलिङ्गाय नमः ज्वलाय नमः ज्वललिङ्गाय नमः आत्माय नमः आत्मलिङ्गाय नमः परमाय नमः परमलिङ्गाय नमः एतत् सोमस्य सूर्यस्य सर्वलिङ्गस्थापयति पानिमन्त्रं पवित्रं सज्जो जातं प्रबध्यामि सज्जो जाताय वे नमो नमः भवे भवे नाति भवे भवस्यमान् भवोद्भवाय नमः वामदेवाय नमो ज्येष्ठाय नमो श्रेष्ठाय नमो रुद्राय नमः कालाय नमः कलविकर्णाय नमो भलविकर्णाय नमो बलाय नमो बलप्रपटनाय नमो सर्वभूतधमनाय नमो मनोमनाय नमः अघोरेभ्यो तघोरेभ्यो अघोरघोरतरेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यो सर्वशर्वेभ्यो नमस्ते रुद्ररूपेभ्यः तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्र प्रचोदयात् ईशान सर्वविद्यानां ईशान सर्वभूतानां ब्रह्माधिपतिर्ब्रह्मणोऽधिपतिर्ब्रह्मा शिवो मे अस्तु सदाशिवो। ॐ जामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव बन्धना मृत्योर्मोक्षे यमामृतात् ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमस्त्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पतानो शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सिद्धसाधनाम् ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय ॐ नमस्ते रुद्रमन्यव उतोति इषवे नमः नमस्ते अस्तु धन्वने बाहुभ्यामुदिते नमः यात इषु शिवतमा शुभं बभूवते धनुः शिवाशरभ्याय तव तया नो रुद्रमृदया याते रुद्रशिवा तनूरघोरा पापकाशिनी तया नस्तनवा शन्तमया गिरिशन्ताभिशाकषिः यामीशुं गिरिशं तहस्तिर्विवर्षस्तवे शिवां कृत्युतां कुर्माहि गुंसीः पुरुषं जगता शिवेन वचसा च्वागिरिशा चावधामसि यथा नः सर्वमिज्जगदयक्ष्मगुं सुमना असत अध्यवोचति वक्ता प्रथमोधेभ्योऽभिषक अहीगस्य सर्वान् जम्बयन्त सर्वा आश्रयात् धान्यः असो यस्ताम्रो अर्णु उत बभ्रुः सुमङ्गलः ये चेमागुं रुद्र अभितो दिक्षोक्षिताः सहस्राक्षो वैशागुं हेदहीमहे असो यो वसर्पति नीलग्रीवो विलोहितः उतेनं गोपा अदृशन्नुदार्यः उतेनं विश्वाभूतानि सदृष्टो हृदयातिनः नमो अस्तु नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय मीदुषे अतो ये अस्य सत्त्वानोऽहं तेभ्यो कर्णं मह प्रमुञ्च धन्वनस्तमभयोरात्नियोर्ज्यां याश्च ते हस्त इषवा पराता भगवो वप अवदत्त्वा धनुस्त्वागं सहस्राक्षा शिधे शिधे निशेलशल्यानामुखा शिवो नः सुमना भव विज्जं धनुः कपर्दिनो विशल्यो वानवागुम् उत अनीशन्नस्य ईशवा आभुरस्य निषङ्गतिः याते हीर्तिर्दुष्टं हस्ते बभूवते धनुः तयास्मान् विश्वतस्य मयक्ष्मय परिभुज नमस्ते अस्ध्वायुनाथताय दृष्टवे उभाभ्यामुदिते बाहुभ्यां तव धन्वने परिते धन्वनो हेतिरस्मान् वृणक्तु विश्वतः अतो ये इषुधिस्तवारे अस्मन् हि देहितं शम्भवे नमः नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकालग्निकालाय कालग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः ॐ नागेन्द्रहाराय त्रिलोचनाय भस्माङ्गरागाय महेश्वराय नित्याय शुद्धाय दिगम्बराय तस्मै नकाराय नमः शिवाय मन्दाकिनी सलिचरन्दचर्चिताय नन्दीशप्रभतात्महेश्वराय मन्दारपुष्पबहुपुष्पसुपूजिताय तस्मै मकाराय नमः शिवाय शिवाय गौरीवर्णादवृन्द सूर्याय दक्षाय गुरुनाशकाय श्रीनीलकण्ठाय वृषध्वजाय तस्मै शिकाराय नमः शिवाय वशिष्ठकुम्भो भवगौतमाय मुनीन्द्रदेवाच्युतशेखराय चन्द्राकवेश्वानरलोचनाय तस्मै वकाराय नमः शिवाय यक्षस्वरूपाय जटाधराय पिनाकहस्ताय सनातनाय दिव्याय देवाय दिगम्बराय तस्मै यकाराय नमः शिवाय पंचाक्षविदं पुण्यं यापते शिवसन्दुरु शिवलोकमाप्नोति शिवेन सह मोदते ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव बन्धना मृत्योर्मोक्षे यमामृतात् ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव बन्धना मृत्योर्मोक्षे यमामृतात् ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव बन्धना मृत्योर्मोक्षे यमामृतात् ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव बन्धना मृत्योर्मोक्षे यमामृतात् ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव बन्धना मृत्योर्मोक्षे यमामृतात् ॐ नमः शिवाय 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 ॐ निधनपतये नमः ॐ निधनपतान्तिकाय नमः ऊर्ध्वाय नमः ऊर्ध्वलिङ्गाय नमः हिरण्याय नमः हिरण्यलिङ्गाय नमः सुवर्णाय नमः सुवर्णलिङ्गाय नमः दिव्याय नमः दिव्यलिङ्गाय नमः भवाय नमः भवलिङ्गाय नमः शर्वाय नमः शर्वलिङ्गाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवलिङ्गाय नमः ज्वलाय नमः ज्वललिङ्गाय नमः आत्माय नमः आत्मलिङ्गाय नमः परमाय नमः परमलिङ्गाय नमः एतत् सोमस्य सूर्यस्य सर्वलिङ्ग स्थापयति पानिमन्त्रं पवित्रं सज्जो जातं प्रबध्यामि सज्जो जाताय वे नमो नमः भवे भवेनाति भवे भवस्य मां भवोद्भवाय नमः वामदेवाय नमो ज्येष्ठाय नमो श्रेष्ठाय नमो रुद्राय नमः कालाय नमः कलविकर्णाय नमो बलविकर्णाय नमो बलाय नमो बलप्रपन्नाय नमो सर्वभूतधमनाय नमो मनोन्मनाय नमः अघोरेभ्यो तघोरेभ्यो अघोरघोरतरेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यो सर्वशर्वेभ्यो नमस्ते अस्तु रुद्ररूपेभ्यः तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्र प्रचोदयात् ईशान सर्वविद्यानाम् ईशान सर्वभूतानां ब्रह्माधिपतिर्ब्रह्मणोऽधिपतिर्ब्रह्मा शिवो मे अस्तु सदाशिवोम् रुद्रं पशुपतिं स्थानं नीलकण्ठम् उमापतिं नमामि शिरसा देवं इम्यो मृत्योर्करिष्यते गन्धद्वारां दुरादर्शां नित्यपूष्णां किरीशिनीम् ईश्वरीं सर्वभूतानां तामिहोपः क्वये श्रियम् ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय नमस्ते रुद्रमन्यवौतोते शिवे नमः नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकालग्निकालाय कालग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः कुङ्कुमं समर्पयामि नमः gwam नन्दिकेश्वराय विद्महे शिववाहनाय धीमहि तन्नो नन्दी प्रचोदयात् त्रिदलं त्रिगुणाकारं ॐ त्रिदलं त्रिगुणाकारं त्रिनेत्रं त्रियायुधं त्रिजन्मपापसंहारम् एकबिल्वं शिवर्पणम् ॐ श्री सौम्यनाथं च कार्जुनं जयमाकालं करमहेश्वरं जनाथं च शङ्करं सेतुबन्देतु रामेशं त्रिलिङ्गानि ॐ मनोस्य कुमासीत् बाहुराजन्यकृता उरूतयस्य द्वेषं पत्रं शुद्रो जायत चन्द्रमा मनसो जातः चक्षो सूर्यो अजायत मुखादन्द्रस्य अग्निश्च प्राणाद्वादिर्जायतम् ॐ शर्कराखण्डकाध्यानि दधीक्षीरामृतानि च आर्हं भक्ष्यभोजं च नैवेद्यं प्रतिगृह्यताम् ताम्बूलं समर्पयामि पुगीफलं महादिव्यं नागबल्लीदलेयुतम् एलारुचूर्णसंयुक्तं ताम्बूलं प्रतिगृह्यताम् कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि शिवाय त्वं गिरिजामती सहचरा प्राणशरीरं गृहो निद्रा समाधिस्थिति नक्षनविधि स्तोत्राणि सर्वगिरो यत्कर्म तत्किलं शम्भोधवाराधनम् तं वाक्कायजं कर्मजं वा श्रवणनयनजं वा संवापराधम् विहितं विहितं वा सर्वमेतत्क्षमस्व जय जय करुणाढ्ये श्री महादेव शंभो श्री महादेव शंभो
शिव का नाम पुकारे, मैंने शिव से लगा ही लगन। मेरे मन वीरा के तारे, हर पल शिव का नाम पुकारे, मैंने शिव से लगा ही लगन। जब भोले का नाम प्रेम से सुबह हो शाम, जब भोले का नाम प्रेम से सुबह हो शाम, शिव की भक्ति में होके मगन। मेरे मन वीरा के तारे, हर पल शिव का नाम पुकारे, मैंने शिव से लगा ही लगन। लगन, मैंने शिव से लगा ही लगन। दूर जग के छूते बंधन, शिव भक्ति में रंग के जीवन। मन में शिव है, शिव में है मन, कर दिया खुद को शिव को अर्पण। शिव है मेरा धर्म, शिव है मेरा करम, शिव है मेरा धर्म, शिव है मेरा करम। साथी है ये धरती गगन। मेरे मन वीरा के तारे, हर पल शिव का नाम पुकारे, मैंने शिव से लगा ही लगन। मेरे मन वीरा के तारे, हर पल शिव का नाम पुकारे, मैंने शिव से लगा ही लगन। लगन, मैंने शिव से लगा ही लगन। मैंने शिव से लगा ही लगन। मैंने शिव से लगा ही लगन। मानस भज रे गुरु चरणम, दुस्तर भव सागर तरलम। मानस भज रे गुरु चरणम, दुस्तर भव सागर तरलम। गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय, गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय, स्वामीनाथ सतगुरु जय जय। रे गुरुचरणं दुस्तर भवसागर तरणं गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय गुरु महाराज गुरु जय जय स्वामीनाथ सतगुरु जय जय स्वामीनाथ सतगुरु जय जय स्वामीनाथ सतगुरु जय जय स्वामीनाथ सतगुरु जय जय।
हे शिव शंकर नमामि शंकर शिव शंकर शंभो हे शिव शंकर नमामि शंकर शिव शंकर शंभो हे गिरिजापरि पवन शंकर हे गिरिजापरि पवन शंकर शिव शंकर शंभो 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 हे शिव शंकर नमामि शंकर शिव शंकर शंभो हे शिव शंकर नमामि शंकर शिव शंकर शंभो हे गिरिजापरि पवन शंकर हे गिरिजापरि पवन शंकर शिव शंकर शंभो शिव शंकर शंभो शिव शंकर शंभो शिव शंकर शंभो शंभो शिव शंकर शंभो शिव शंकर शंभो हे शिव शंकर नमामि शंकर शिव शंकर शंभो हे शिव शंकर नमामि शंकर शिव शंकर शंभो शिव शंकर शंभो शिव शंकर शंभो।
बोले उमापति महादेव की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। श्री गुरु महाराज की जय। ओम नमः चंडिका। जय गणेश गिरिजा सुवन मंगल मूल सुजान। कहत अयोध्या दास तुम देहु अभय वरदान। Beautiful Shivji Chalisa in this very powerful Monday, Navami, in the month of Bhadrapad, in the period of Pitru Paksh, we dedicate the Shivji Chalisa to all our devotees in the temple, and those who are viewing as well, as the prasad of the Lord. These are the praises of Bhagwan Shankar. When showered upon anyone, they, even for a moment, experience a certain sense of bliss and peace. Additionally, to all our beloved who have passed on, we ask and pray that Shankar Bhagwan's grace be upon their Atma. When they bless us, miracles happen in life. The impossible become possible. Life takes a turn in a very positive way. Let us give thanks this evening to Bhagwan Shankar. Jai Girijapati Deen Dayala सदा करत संतन प्रतिपाला। भाल चंद्रमा सोहत नीके कानन कुंडल नाग फणी के। अंग गौर सिर गंग बहाए मुंद माल तन छार लगाए। वस्त्र खाल बाघंबर सोहे छवि को देख नाग मुनि मोहे। मैना मातु की हवे दुलारी वाम अंग सोहत छवि न्यारी। कर त्रिशूल सोहत छवि भारी करत सदा शत्रुन छेकारी। नंदी गणेश सोहे तह कैसे सागर माध कमल है जैसे। कार्तिक शाम और गल राहु या छवि को कहीं जात न काहू। देवर्ण जब ही जाए पुकारा तब ही दुख प्रभु आप निवारा। किया उपद्रव तारक भारी देवन सब मिली तुम ही जुहारी। तुरत षडानन आप पधायो लवनिमेष महा मार गिरायो। आप जलंधर असुर संहारा सुयश तुम्हार विदित संसारा। त्रिपुरासुर संग युद्ध मचाई सब ही कृपा कर लीन बचाई। किया तप ही भागीरथ भारी पूरब प्रतिज्ञाता सुपुरारी, दान नमः तुम सम को नाही, सेवक स्तुति करत सदाही, वेद नाम महिमा तब गाई, अकत अनाद वेद नहीं पाई, युधि मंथन में ज्वाला, जरे सुरासुर भय बिहाला,
कीन दयातः करी सहाय,
नीलकंठ तब नाम कहाई, पूजन रामचंद्र जब कीन्हा, जीत के लंका विभीषण दीना, सहस कमल में हो रहे भारी, कीन्ह परीक्षा तब ही पुरारी, एक कमल प्रभु राखे जोरी, कमल नयन पूरण छह सोई, कठिन भक्ति देखी प्रभु शंकर, भये प्रसन्न दिए चितवर, जय 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 अनंत अविनाशी, करत कृपा सब के खतवासी,
दुष्ट सकल
नित मोहि सतावे, भ्रमत रहे मोहि चैन नावे, त्राहि त्राहि मैं नाथ पुकारो, यही अवसर मोहियान उबारो, मैं
त्रिशूल शत्रुन को वारो, संकट से मोहियान उबारो,
ओ मात पिता भ्राता सब कोई, संकट में पूछत नहीं कोई, स्वामी एक है आस तुम्हारी, आय हरहूँ अब संकट भारी, धन निर्धन को देत सदाई, जो कोई जाचे सो फल पाई,
स्तुति कही विधि
करूँ तुम्हारी, क्षमहु नाथ अब चूक हमारी, शंकर हो संकट के नाशन, मंगल कारण विघ्न विनाशन, योगी यति
मुनि ध्यान
हो,
लगावे,
नारद सारद शीश नवावे, नमो नमो जय नमो शिवाय, सुर ब्रह्मादिक पार न पाया, जो यह पाठ करे मन लाई, तापर होत है शंभु सहाई,
कृम्या जो कोई हो अधिकारी, पाठ करे सो पावन हारी,
पुत्रहीन इच्छा कर कोई, निश्चय शिव प्रसाद ते होई, पंडित त्रयोदशी को लावे,
ध्यान पूर्वक होम करावे,
त्रयोदशी व्रत करे हमेशा, तन नहीं ताके रहे कलेशा, धूप दीप नैवेद चढ़ावे, शंकर सन्मुख पाठ सुनावे, जन्म जन्म के पाप नसावे, अंतवास शिवपुर में आवे, कहे सकल दुख हरहु हमारी, जानी सकल दुख हरहु हमारी, जानी सकल दुख हरहु हमारी। नित्य नेम कर प्रातः पात करो 40, तुम मेरी मनोकामना पूर्ण कीन कल्याण। उमापति महादेव की जय। रुद्राष्टकम। नमामि शमीशान, नमामि शमीशान, निर्वाण रूपम विभुं व्यापकं ब्रह्मवेद स्वरूपम, विभुं व्यापकं ब्रह्मवेद स्वरूपम। नमामि शमीशान निर्वाण रूपम,
विभुं व्यापकं ब्रह्मवेद स्वरूपं, विभुं व्यापकं ब्रह्मवेद स्वरूपं।
निजं निर्गुणं निर्विकल्पं निरीहं, चिदाकाशवाकाशवासं भजेऽहं,
चिदाकाशवाकाशवासं भजेऽहं।
निराकारमोङ्कार मूलं तुरीयं, गिरा करालं महाकाल कालं कृपालं, गुनागार संसार भारं नतोऽहं, गुनागार संसार भारं नतोऽहं। तुषारादृशं काशिगौरं गभीरं, मनोभूतकोटि प्रभाश्री शरीरं, सुरन्मौलिकल्लोलिनी चारुगंगा, लसत भाल भाले कंठे भुजंगा, चलत कुंडलं भ्रूसुनेत्रं विशालं, प्रसन्नाननं नीलकण्ठं दयालम्, प्रसन्नाननं नीलकण्ठं दयालम्। मृगाधीशचर्माम्बरं मुन्दमालं, प्रियं शङ्करं सर्वनाथं भजामि,
प्रियं शङ्करं सर्वनाथं भजामि।
प्रचण्डं प्रकृष्टं परं प्रगल्भं परेशम्,
अखण्डं वटं भानुकोटिप्रकाशम्,
त्रयशूलनिर्मूलनं शूलपाणिं, भजेऽहं भवानीं पतिं भावगम्यम्,
भजेऽहं भवानी पतिं
शम्भो
भावगम्यम्।
कलातीत कल्याण कल्पान्तकारी, सदा सज्जनानन्द दाता पुरारी, चिदानंद संदोह मोह पहारी, प्रसीद प्रसीद प्रभु मन्मथारी। नयावदुमानात् पादारविन्दं, भजन्ति हलोके परे वानरानं, भजन्ति हलोके परे वानरानं। न तावत् सुखं शान्ति सन्तापनाशम् प्रसीद प्रभो सर्वभूतादिवासम् प्रसीद प्रभो सर्वभूतादिवासम् न जानामि योगं जपं नैव पूजा
ततोऽहं सर्वदा शम्भूतोऽभ्यम्
जरा जन्म दुःखो ज्ञातव्यमानं प्रभु पाहि आपन्नमामीश शम्भो प्रभु पाहि आपन्नमामीश ओ नमामि शमीशा नमामि शमीशा निर्वाणरूपं विभुं व्यापकं ब्रह्मवेदस्वरूपं विभुं व्यापकं ब्रह्मवेदस्वरूपं विभुं व्यापकं ब्रह्मवेदस्वरूपं विभुं व्यापकं ब्रह्मवेदस्वरूपम् रुद्राष्टकमिदं प्रोक्तं विप्रेण हरतोषये शिवलोकमवाप्नोति शिवेन सह मोदते। बोले श्री शंकर भगवान की जय। पूर्ण काम राम सुख राशि पूर्ण काम राम सुख राशि पूर्ण काम राम सुख राशि मनुज चरित कर अज अविनाशी मनुज चरित कर अज अविनाशी। आगे परागीध पथि देखा आगे परागीध पथि देखा सुमिरत राम चरण जिन रेखा सुमिरत राम चरण जिन रेखा। राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम
राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम।
ओ तब कह गीत वचन धरि धीरा सुनहु राम भंजन भव भीरा। नाथ दसानन यह गति कीन्ही नाथ दसानन यह गति कीन्ही। तेहि खल जनक सुता हरि लीन्ही तेहि खल जनक सुता हरि लीन्ही। राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम। बोले सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। जब मृत्यु की समय है when a person is dying, what is the best remedy for them? This question was asked by Raja Parikshit in the Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran, which not too long ago in August we read. Raja Parikshit asked Shukadev Mahamuni that what should a dying man do? What should a dying person do? What should someone do who's on the verge of dying? Right? Well, This question was not asked in the Ramayana, but this question was answered in the Ramayana. But the bigger question to that is, who is the dying person? Many of us think that the dying person is that one who you have news that they're in their final moments, they're on life support, you have to go pull the plug, or they're in a sickness, at a state where they cannot recover. The reality is, every day, this thing called Kal is slowly eroding our life. Each prana we take, each breath we take to get life actually takes us one step closer to our final moment. Because we don't know when our death is, Swami Vivekananda reminds us that every day we are all dying. So to answer the question, what should a dying person do? We should first ask the question, who is the dying person? And the answer to that is that everyone, me, you, everyone you know, young, old, who just took birth, we are all dying. And now that we have established who is the dying person, we have to then establish what does a dying person do. Well, the dying person, Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran tells us, what should a dying person think of? What should they listen? What should they speak? What should they look at? Where should they be? This here, my friends, this life that we have. See, the thing is, everyone is living a life in order to go to a heaven. We are all, we are living our life because one day we are going to heaven. We want to go to heaven. The thing is, that didn't work out too well because we have been there so many times. Akar char lakh chaurasi. You know how many times I went to heaven? How many times you all went to heaven? We have taken 8,400,000 births. Tell me. 8,400,000 times we took birth and we went away and come back as mosquitoes, cockroaches. You know the whole works. We have never gone to heaven once. We must have gone many, many times. Many, many times. Let's say 1% of 8,400,000. It's a lot of times you went to heaven already. But we're still here, back on this earth again. So that didn't work too well for us because we want to go there, but we're here. So Bhagwan has given us this opportunity. We have worked for it. Bade bhagya manushitana pava suratulabha sabagranta higava sadhana dham moksha kar dwara. We have gone to heaven, but we have not attained moksha. Moksha means complete freedom. Freedom from going and coming, freedom from the births, freedom from heaven, freedom from earth. Mukti is way beyond all of that. That is the freedom we are working for in this life. And we are using this vehicle for only sadhana, hopefully. But you see what happens? The parent buys a car and gives it to the child and says, this car here is going to take you to school and take you to do all your things, your chores. But one day the child is driving the car and accidentally maybe presses the gas and it goes vroom. And the child experiences the speed of the car and says, wow, my mom and dad gave me this car to go to school and the library and so, but look what it can do. Let me just put it to a little test. Then take it to the highway and press a little bit more. Woo! Goes faster. Loves the experience. And then takes it a next step faster. Oh, this guy is going by me fast. Let me see if I can go faster than him. And what happens? We experience different dimensions of this body that was only supposed to be used for sadhana. This is it. Animal, come Sunday when you'll do a full shroud in this temple outside. A tiger cannot do that. A lion cannot do that. Animal can't do that. You have the ability to do that. This is the sadhana body, the vehicle. But what happened? In the process of doing the sadhana, you got the taste of a little bit of karma. You got a little bit of taste of what desires are and pleasures are, and you fulfill a little bit of it, and it tastes nice and the experience is good. So what happens? You come out of your lane of sadhana, you come off the road of sadhana, and you go right back into the things you're not meant to do. When we do that, my friends, we are going to work for many lifetimes to experience mukti, but we'll never get it. Swami Raghavacharya compares it to a man in prison. He says the man in prison is already sentenced for many years of imprisonment. But while he's serving those years of imprisonment for his punishment, for the crimes he did, he commits more crimes in that prison. He commits more crimes in that prison. So what happens? His sentences start to pack up. And instead of a life sentence, he's serving multiple life sentences. And so when we are thinking that this is the last life we're going to live and after that we're free, it's not going to be, because we have a taste of what pleasures are. And so we continue. We're dying every day, and instead of thinking about the things we're supposed to think about, speaking about the things we're supposed to use this mouth to speak about, doing the things our hands are supposed to do some seva and all that kind of things, we are digging a bigger hole of desires and pleasures in life. And what happens? As we are dying every day, we are failing to do our duties. Jatayu in the Ramcharitmanas, his wings were cut by Ravan. And as Ramchandra Bhagavan came and saw the dying Jatayu on his dying bed, he was taking his last breath. Puran kam Ram sukh rasi, Manuj charit kar ajay avinasi. Ramchandra Bhagavan came. That Lord who was doing his part as a man, as he went on, he saw the king of vultures, Jatayu, lying there. His thoughts were fixed on Ram. A vulture, Jatayu, the big, powerful. Valmiki says that when Jatayu took his wings and he slapped Ravan, Ravan pitched. He flew many miles away. Ravan could not manage the battle. He could not manage the power of Jatayu. So he did what cowards do. He took a weapon and he chopped his wings. As Jatayu was lying there breathing his last, Aage para gidhpati dekha, Sumirat Ram Charan Jin Rekha. Sumirat Ram Charan. As the vulture Jatayu is taking his last breath, Ram Charan Jin Rekha. His mind is on the feet of Bhagwan Ram. He's thinking of Bhagwan Ram. He's not grieving for the loss of his wings and now that he's going to lose his life. Oh, I was once powerful, now I'm not anymore. I had friends, I had a brother, no. Now his mind is fixed on Ram Bhagavan. Bhagwan Ram came, Kar saroj sir par seyun kripa sindhu raghubir. Nirakhi Ram chabidham mukh bigat bhaye sab peer. Bhagwan Ram took the head of Jatayu and stroked the head with his lotus hands. He stroked the head with his lotus hands. And Tulsidas, he said here, as he did that, Jatayu Nirakhi Ram chabidham mukh bigat bhaye sab peer. Jatayu gazed on the exquisite beauty of Bhagwan Ram. And when the Lord struck his head, Jatayu felt no more pain. Kabhi komal hath Prabhu ka, kabhi bhojal hath Prabhu ka. Sometimes the Lord's hands are very healing, and sometimes the Lord's hands can be very corrective. Then Jatayu mustered up the courage. You know, you ask what a dying person should do. Every dying person, and we are all dying people, we should mutter the name of Bhagwan Ram. Mutter the name of the Lord, because you don't know what the next moment is. I think you know that. You know that you don't know what the next moment is going to be or bring you. Therefore, mutter the name of the Lord. Use these hands to serve. And the vulture, Jatayu, he mustered up some courage and he said, Ram, नात दसान न ये गति कीन्ही तेहि खल जनक सुता हरि लीन्ही. He told Ram Bhagwan exactly what happened. Ram Bhagwan says, no my friend, Ram kaha tanu rakhau tata bhai. My brother, you cannot die. I will make sure I give you back your life that you're losing right now. And with a smile, of course, Jatayu mentions, says, Prabhu, you want to give me back my life? No, Prabhu. Jakar naam marat mukh ava adhamo mukut hoi shruti gava. जाकर नाम मरत मुख आवा अधमो मुकुत हो ये श्रुति गावा. सोमम लोचन गोचर आगे राघव देहनाथ के ही खागे. जल भरी नयन कहीं रघुराई तात कर्म निज के गति पाई. परहित बस जिन के मन माही तिन्ह कहु जग दुर्लभ कछु नाही. तनु तजि तात जाहु मम धामा देहु कहा तुम पूरन कामा. श्री राम जय जय रामा. 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 राम जी भगवान कहा, राखो प्राणा, कीप योर बॉडी, कीप योर लाइफ. जटायु ने कहा कि नहीं नहीं भगवान, जाकर नाम मरथ मुख आवा. प्रभु, you're giving me an offer. God is standing in front of you, giving you back your life. Imagine that. Imagine any one of us, if you're dying and the Lord comes right now and says, I'm giving you your life back. Jatayu says, no, Bhagwan, it's not good. कि मरने का समय जिनका नाम मुख पर आ जाने से अधम व्यक्ति भी मुक्त हो जाता है, ऐसा वेद कहते हैं प्रभु श्री राम. Hey Prabhu, the Vedas tells us that if a person is dying, Jakar naam maranam ko ava, if a person is dying and they chant Ram Ji Bhagwan's name, then they attain Ram Bhagwan. They attain Ram Bhagwan, which means they have to close their eyes, they have to think about the Lord, they have to forget about the grandchildren, they have to forget about their will, they got to forget about life, their job, their profession. They have to forget about all of that. They have to forget about the enjoyments. They have to forget about the parties, the barbecue, the clothes, the cars. They have to forget about the property, whether they had a will or not, whether they lived nice. They have to forget about all of that. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So when you're on your deathbed and your breath is going, you got to forget about all those hundreds of things that I just called, and you have to think about Ram. And guaranteed, if you think about Ram and call his name, you're going to attain Param Dham. Ramji will take you to Param Dham. Guaranteed. Antakale chamameva, Bhagavad Gita. Antakale chamameva, smaran muktva kalevaram, yah prayati samadbhavam, yati nasyatra sanshayah. Guaranteed, the Lord is saying, Krishna Bhagavan says, let not yati natyata sanshaya. Let there be no doubt about it. You cannot doubt God, you can doubt me, you can doubt each other, but you cannot doubt the Lord. Yati natsat. The Lord says, at the final moment, antakale chamameva smaran muktva. This is Gita. At the final moment of one's life, if they think about Bhagavan, they go to Bhagavan. And then the smart people will say, Prabhu, Are Panditji, your religion is so foolish. Your religion is so backward that you can live a donkey dam life. You can live a this-side life. You can live a life of irresponsibility, a life of pleasure, a life of karma, krodha, whatever it is. And just by closing your eyes, think of the Lord, you go to Him. Yes, the Lord guarantees. But, this is nothing easy for any of us to do, my friends. This is nothing easy for any of us to do. To live whatever life you have lived. Garud Puran tells you, I'll tell you about that Friday. Friday we start Garud Puran, must come. Whatever life you live, that is going to depend how you die. Sorry, how you die will depend on how you live. What activities you did when you lived will be the propeller of how you die. And if you think you're going to be smart and just live a life of pleasure and anger and a whole bunch of other things, then when you are closing your eyes to die, your final moment come, what do you think is going to happen? You think you're going to think of Ram? You think you're going to think about Krishna Bhagavan? You think you're going to think about Mahadev? No. You're going to go down the list. Did I make the will? I should have made the will. What's going to happen to my estates? Who's going to take care of it? What's going to happen to my children? What's going to happen to my wife? She's young. What's going to happen to my community? What's going to happen to this? There's a list of things you're going to go through before you think of Ram Bhagavan. That's one scenario. One scenario. The other scenario is you don't know when you're going to die. We may not be fortunate to sit lay down in our bed and breathe our last and be conscious of it. We don't know that. There's a lot of people who die and they did not even know that they died. So what are you going to do about them? That is why the Lord says, use this life as a saver. Use your body as a vehicle, not for pleasure. Because if the time will come when you have to have assisted dying, where you're not conscious, your brain, your body, your organs, and everything has given up. Where are you going to think about Ram, bhai? How are you going to think about Ram and Krishna Antakali? So that is when your life's investment will kick in. And what is your life's investment? Your prayers, your pujas, your seva, the very way you have lived your life. Remember I told you how you can do puja 24 hours a day? Whatever you do 1 hour in the morning or 15 minutes in the morning, sprinkle it out. Love everyone as you love your Lord, your lingam. Beautify everyone's life as you have beautified your God. Feed everyone as you have fed your God. Love everyone as you have loved your God. And in so doing, we'll be doing puja 24 hours a day. Jatayu says, Prabhu, sorry. Sorry, Prabhu. No. Take back your offer. I refuse your offer, my Lord. I refuse your offer. I don't want to live. If people have to chant your name and remember you when they're living, when they're dying, and they get the mukti, Prabhu, you are standing in front of me. You think I will get this chance again? I don't even have to think about you. You're right here. I look at you. You're my Prabhu. Deal is over, Prabhu. It's not going to happen. And what happened? So mam lochan gochar aage rakhau dehanat kei khage jal bhari nayan kahi raghurayi तात कर्म निज ते गति पाई. Prabhu, in the present now, you are present in bodily form before my eyes. What purpose, my Lord, will my body serve when there is nothing more to desire? I have nothing to desire, my Lord. Why are you going to extend my life? I have seen you. When I have seen you, which movie is going to gratify me? Which music is going to gratify me? Nothing. I have no desire, my Prabhu. I have no desire. You know, when Surdas, everybody knows Surdas? Surdas is a poet. He's a devotee of Bhagwan Shri Krishna. Surdas wrote so many, like Mirabai and so. They wrote, you know, there are some Bhagavad Kathakar, like Krishna Chandra Thakurji and so. You know, they don't sing any other bhajan unless it is composed by Surdas, Mirabai, Tukaram and all of them. They don't sing fancy stuff. They sing the bhajans of those sant. Surdas, one day, the Lord says, appeared in front of him and says, Surdas, I would like to give you back your eyesight because he's blind. He says, no, Prabhu. While I have heard of your beauty and through my devotion I have seen your beauty, I am afraid if my eyes are truly opened, it will be lost in the beauty of the world and I will truly forget you. Imagine that. I will truly forget you. So he kept his state that he was in and did not ask for anything else. This beautiful Katha here this evening, what happens? Jatayu died. And you know when Jatayu died, what happened? Bhagwan Ramji, he went and he performed the full Shraddh ceremony of Jatayu. He performed the full Shraddh ceremony of Jatayu. You know what Jatayu asked for? Abiral Bhagati Bhagi Varagid Bhaye Haridham. Asking for uninterrupted boon and uninterrupted devotion. Jatayu, the vulture, he ascended. Tehi kah kriya jyoti chit nijkar keen Ram. He went straight to the abode of Ram Bhagwan with all due ceremony. Ram Bhagwan, who is most compassionate to everyone, he graciously bestowed upon Jatayu mukti. Mukti. Bhagwan Shivji is narrating this story to Bhagwati Mata, Annapurna Parvati Devi. Sunahu umate log abhagi haritaj hoi vishaye anuragi punisi tahi khojan dve bhai chale vilokat ban prabhutai. Shivji Bhagwan says, Hede Uma, the most unblessed of men are they, the most unblessed, unrighteous, and unfortunate people are they who abandon Bhagwan and become attached to carnal pleasures. Hey Parvati, suno ve log abhagi hai जो श्री हरि को त्याग कर विषय से प्रेम करते हैं, फिर दोनों भाई सीता जी को खोजने के लिए जागे बढ़े. Those people are extremely unfortunate, unblessed, who abandon the feet of God and who run after the pleasures of this world. Very unfortunate. Bhagwan Ram perform the full Shraddh ceremony of Jatayu. Well, please don't go perform Shraddh ceremony for your dogs and your cats and your rat or whatever you're minding in your house, or your rabbit. Please don't call Panditji to perform Shraddh ceremony for them. Now why? People fight me with this too. A bird died and the Lord performed Shraddh ceremony for Jatayu. Why can't I perform Shraddh ceremony for my dog? And then I says, is your dog Jatayu? Very simple question. Is your dog Jatayu? Right. Jatayu is not just a vulture. He's a jnani. He's a bhakta. I'm not insulting anybody's animal. If you know me, I am a lover of all animals. Totally in love with anything I see walking on the ground. It can be a little duckling, a little chicken, a binbini, a mosquito. I'm just in love with everything. I've told you many times, when the mosquitoes are sucking my blood, I watch them. I don't kill them, because if I kill them, I'm going to spill my blood. So I let them suck my blood and go easy. At least they're benefiting a little bit. But the Lord did Shraddh ceremony for a vulture. This Sunday, I'm asking all of you. I'm not asking only your old people, because people think Shraddh has to be done by old people alone. Young people, take it from a fairly young man, that if you want to see progress in your life, if you want to unburden, if you want to just unburden, if you want to elevate, if you want to have blessings equal to Bhagwan, do something called Shraddh ceremony. Do something called Shraddh. Take it from me. Because the blessings of our Pitris, our beloved ones, it could be whoever, your neighbor. Mahalai Amavasya is for anybody. Your neighbor, your servant, anybody. Because it is not really for them. Mahalai Amavasya is for you. It is to allow you, by molding the root of all these beloved ones, you grow as a beautiful plant and you blossom in this life. Do not let this great day of Sunday, Mahalaya Amavasya, go. Right? So how are we going to do this? Sunday morning at 7 a.m. You have to come. We prepare an individual Bedi for everybody. You have to bring something to sit on, a little pirha or something. I will do it outside, hopefully. The rain won't fall. If the rain falls, we do it in the auditorium downstairs. Every person who registers, not who comes, who registers, because we're going to make the pindas for you. We're going to prepare the ingredients for you, so we have to know if you're coming. You have to register. vanishankarmandir.com/pitris. It's on the Facebook page. I want to make this a very special day for every one of you. We're going to provide a food. You're going to offer food to your pitras. Shanti Pat, Yam Stuti. All of it will be done about 2 hours. It's very detailed. Outside, I will do the full thing. And you know, when I give you a puja, it is a puja. It is not no watered down something. It is not halfway stuff. It is going to be very detailed according to the books. I'm refining the whole Shraddh Vidhi to accommodate this prayer here on Sunday. But I want a good turnout. I would like a big turnout here. A lot of people. No less than 50 families. Come on out and let us do Shraddh together. There's a little cost involved with it. You cannot do Shraddh without giving Dan. Right? You give a lot of Dan in life. You give a lot of charity and you whatever. Donate $180 to the temple. We use that to prepare all the things. Nothing is left for the temple. We use that to prepare your pindas, all the things, and heat the temple and so. And then we'll do that for you. After that, you come inside. We do Bholnath Bhagwan Darshan. We do the Rudram. Bhagwan Ji, elevate your ancestors, your beloved ones. We do Shanti Path. Then we do Arti, and then Bhojan. Everybody gets to eat Bhojan. I'll be here that day. I'll eat Bhojan as well, because Brahman Bhojan is very nice that day to eat. If you're lucky to feed a Brahmana. I know y'all don't believe in Brahmins, Dharma and everything, but that's your problem. I have to talk about the real thing because it's I keep talking about the power of the Brahmana priest in today, or those priests who live the Brahmana life. Sometimes you get, certain feedbacks that are unpleasant. That's people's problem. If we are not elevated enough to understand the importance of these things, it can't be somebody else's problem. That day, if you feed a Panditji or somebody, or you feed the temple, you can sponsor the food, bhojan, whatever it is, do that. It's very important. And it's my prayer that all of you do something for your ancestors or your beloved ones. You must have a mamu, mama, aja, aji, somebody who passed away, your nana, somebody who passed away. Sit down and perform Shraddha for them. Now, who can perform Shraddha on Mahalaya Amavasya? Anybody. Male, female, or anybody can perform Shraddha on Mahalaya Amavasya. It is the most powerful Amavasya in the year that allows us to do so much. So, that is coming up on Sunday. Saturday we'll be here as well for the food drive, a Pitru Paksh food drive from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Please bring out your food, your package items and so, in the name of your ancestors, and we will take it to the food bank, to the women's shelter. If you want to bring diapers or baby stuff and all that, you can do all of that, because don't worry too much that we're living in a modern country and people should beg and all that. What we hope for and what is actually happening are two very different things. I know that we live in Canada and it's a country that people shouldn't beg. In reality, some beg and some don't. But what we hope for, what we think, and what we believe in, and what is actually happening are two very different things. They're two very different things. I think that wherever I live, in the most developed country in the world or the poorest countries in the world, if I can do something for somebody, if I can do something for somebody that makes them happy for a moment, I will feel good about it. I don't care about the blessings and rewards and all that. I will feel good about it. So that's my commitment to the food drive. Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, 2 hours only. If you want to bring your stuff in advance to the temple this week or during the Garud Puran, please do so and leave it. We will put it in the drive. And again, I'm going backwards. Starting Friday evening, we have Garud Puran Katha. This year, as usual, we talk all about the Garud Puran, death and dying, funerals, 10 days. It's more informational than anything. And we look some unique kathas, Savitri, Satyavan, and so on, to make it beautiful, because we all know that we are very unprepared for death. So we must come and learn a little bit about it. Bring out the young people, bring out kids, everybody coming out. We're feeding every night, or 2 nights, Friday, Saturday. We're feeding, become a sponsor, and let us do something beautiful. Thank you all so much. We'll see all of you for Hanumanji Puja tomorrow evening. We start Puja at 6 p.m. and finish at 7:30. Umayapati Mahadeva ki jai. Let us all stand for Aarti, please. Yani kani chapapani Janamantar kritani cha Tani sarvani nashyantu Pradakshina pade pade.
Om Jai Shiva Omkara Swami Hari Shiva Omkara Jai Shiva Omkara Swami Hari Shiva Omkara Brahma Vishnu Sarashiva Brahma Vishnu Sarashiva Ardhangi Dhara वृषवाहन साजे ओम जय शिव ओंकारा ओम हर 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 महादेव दो भुज चार चतुर्भुज 10 भुज ते सोहे स्वामी 10 भुज ते सोहे तीनों रूप निरखता तीनों रूप निरखता त्रिभुवन मोहे ओम जय शिव ओंकारा ओम हर 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 महादेव अक्षमाला वनमाला रुंडमाला धारी स्वामी रुंडमाला धारी चंदन मृग मद सोहे चंदन मृग मद सोहे भाने शशिधारी ओम जय शिव ओंकारा ओम हर हर हर
कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरा गुरुसाक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम। बोले श्री गणपति भगवान की पवन सुत हनुमान की गुरु महाराज की ग्रह देवता की सियावर रामचंद्र की श्री लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की राधा कृष्ण भगवान की सूर्य नारायण की नवदुर्गा माता की सत्यनारायण स्वामी की गंगा मैया की यमुना मैया की सरस्वती माता की महालक्ष्मी माता की जयकारा शेर वालीला बोल साचे दरबार की नमः पार्वती पतये हर 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 महादेव शंभो सत्य सनातन धर्म की सबको जय जय सीताराम। जय सीताराम। शुभरात्रि। Thank you all for joining us in the temple and those online as well. Please take Aarti and Chanamrit. No Aarti and Prasad. See you tomorrow evening.